Subscribe to this channel.
Welcome to Underestimated Voices podcast, where we keep things raw, real, and empowering.
Hello everyone, greetings to you all. Welcome back to another episode on the Underestimated Voices podcast, a podcast where we keep all things real, raw, and empowering. I am your host, Watson, and today's episode is called Too Much. Let me start with this. I wrote something on my socials. I said, you are not too much. You are too powerful for the wrong crowd. Let that settle in you for a second, because if you're like me, if you've ever walked into a room and felt like you were too loud, too passionate, too ambitious, too intense, I want you to know this. You're not a problem, Mutwanga. Let me tell you this. There was a season in my life where I constantly felt like I had to shrink myself just to fit in. I had the ideas, big ones in fact. I spoke up, I challenged the norm, I dreamed out loud, but instead of being celebrated, I was told I was too much. I was too driven, I was too sensitive, I was too opinionated, I was too everything. For a while, in fact, for a long time, I believed it. I started to dim my own light just to make others feel comfortable. I played in rooms where I should have stood tall. I kept quiet when I should have spoken up. Here's what I learned. The hard way, in fact. The painful way. Sometimes, it's not that you're too much. It's that people around you are too small to handle your greatness. You're destined for greatness, Mundwanga. So, one day I found myself in a new space, a different circle, a whole different environment. People who got it. People who celebrated growth, ambition, and depth. Suddenly, I wasn't too much anymore. I just felt enough. It hit me so hard that I realized you don't need to tone yourself down. You just need a better room. Let me say that again, You don't need to tone yourself down. You just need a better room. The right environment makes all the difference. The right people will see your energy as a gift, not a threat. They'll see your potential and pour into it, not pick it apart. If you're listening to me right now, as we close the month of July, I want you to reflect on this. What rooms are you walking into that make you question your worth? What spaces are you in that force you to place more? And more importantly, what should happen if you choose to leave those spaces, those rooms? I know it's not easy. I know. Walking away from comfort, from familiarity, it's tough. But staying in a room where your value is constantly undermined, kusuliwa, that's even tougher. So, Lelo, today, I challenge you, leave the rooms where your potential is being underestimated, where your potential is being sullied. Walk away from spaces that dim your light. Step boldly into environments that match your energy. You are not too much. You are simply too powerful to be contained by small minds, by small rooms, by small environments. So, as we head into a new month, walk with this mindset. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to speak with fire. You are allowed to grow, evolve, and shine. And if someone tells you you are too much, smile, Montwanga, sekerera, and remember, you're not just for them. Surround yourself with people who can fan your flame, not those who fear your fire. Thank you so much for joining me on the Underestimated Voices podcast. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their power. Until next time, stay bold, stay true, and never, ever apologize for being too much. May God bless you. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.